Danny Dunham, everyone's favorite anti-child drawing UN ambassador to Israel. He said, I am appalled by the outrageous and anti-Semitic incident that at the International Arms Exhibition in Paris, where the booth of Israeli companies were concealed behind black walls. This discriminatory act singled out against Israel while representatives of other countries were freely allowed to showcase their technological innovation. Yes, he does have a list, by the way, for the record, for the real knowers, for the real Danny Danon heads out there. Okay, this is this is as close as you can get to his accent. I'm not even, bro. Admit you practice that in the shower. Israel stands at the forefront of global technology, and it is clear that some nations feel threatened by our exceptional capabilities. This is especially absurd considering that Israel's actions are aimed at protecting the free world, including France and Europe, from Iranian terror. Instead of isolating Israel, the world should stand with us and learn from our knowledge and capabilities. Yes, you guessed it. Danny Danon said, stop being anti-Semitic to Israeli arms manufacturers. Once again, another moment. Oh, sorry. His name wasn't Al Turki. You get a totally different. Is Turki Al Jasser. Sorry. It is something that I have said as a joke before is like, wow, you're being quite anti-Semitic to Israeli weapons manufacturers. Like, wow, attacking Elbit systems. When will the anti-Semitism stop? Is something that I have joked about. And now we have officially moved on from this being a joke to this being a sincere position of the Israeli government. There it is. Israel's UN ambassador is tweeting it out sincerely. What the is happening? This is incredible. By the way, the French were not going to do that if the stand had removed the weapons, but they refused, so the government was like, get wrecked. Yeah, this is okay. Tell me I was off with my accent.
Of the United Nations, where thousands of people are passing every day, the UN decided to put an exhibition about world peace. Look at the drawings of children from all around the world.
Look at the drawings of children from all around the world.
Nothing about Israel. Nothing about our hostages.
Not one. I'm Israel high. Not one. Not even one child. These are drawings of terror. These are terror children. This is not a parody. This is the real, bro. This is a real art installation of children that the United Nations put up at their headquarters. Okay? It was a world peace art installation of children drawing stuff on a quilt. Danny Danon literally went there, cut this video, and actually successfully got the United Nations to take this art installation down.
Look what they have. They don't recognize Israel. They promote hate in those drawings.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite when it pans over and it just says, teach peace. Peace begins with a smile. It's all, when he goes, they are teaching hate to these Hamas children, terror babies doing drawings. And he points to it and the camera pans to peace. Everyone knows peace is terror. How much did Hamas pay for these terror children to draw the terrorist quilt drawings? Not one drawing for Israel.
That is shameful. This is part of the hypocrisy of the United Nations. I demand that the UN will remove this exhibit immediately and will stop with the hypocrisy against Israel.
They did. They literally did. He got them to take it down. I cannot believe that this was a real thing that happened. Oh my God. I will never be able to take a person like this seriously for the rest of my life. Okay. Oh my Lord. What a ginormous baby, dude. What a giant baby. Israel, the giant baby nation with nuclear arms. Okay. Holy moly. Anyway, let's get into it. Israel, the giant baby nation that is throwing a giant baby tantrum, is I don't even know how many days it's been, is under the Iranian retaliation of anti-Semitic weapons, anti-Semitic Shahed missiles and Khyber missiles. This is these are four. I guess it's like day 4, day 5 at this point. Of Israel basically experiencing a fraction of the pain that it has dished out at virtually every country in the region. Okay, yeah, Shahed drones, Khyber missiles, missiles of terror, that are of course heat-seeking, but instead of heat-seeking, is Jew-seeking missiles. By the way, it's not even a joke. Like, that unironically is something that an IDF soldier said on Fox News. They said Iran is sending missiles to kill Jews. Like, that is what an Israeli occupying force soldier unironically said. They have Jew-seeking missiles that they are sending anti-Semitically to Israel. Okay, that is where we're at this point, where Israel will go and do a first strike on Iran, completely violating a sovereign power's autonomy, its sovereignty, and then in retaliation, when they get a couple of missiles lobbed in their direction, those missiles are actually anti-Semitically targeting the Jewish state. That is what the position is, and that's where we're at. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. Like, it's just like so psychotic. I don't think anyone believes it. I think it's a great shame. Israel's existence is a great shame and a serious stain on like what they have done in terms of ruining the reputation of Judaism around the world, even though they have nothing to do with Judaism, make no mistake, but they just claim to be doing this for Jews in general. And I'm seeing more and more people that are like on the sidelines coming out and be like, hey guys, in the process of getting pummeled from Iranian missiles, you got American Jews coming out and being like, yo, this is not for us. Okay, cut it out. Like, which is wild, because under normal circumstances, I would say this would be the moment for the Hasbara machine in the West to just go into full gear. Like, look at us, we're being victimized. Look at us, we're being victimized. Look at us, they're killing us, they're attacking us, they're anti-Semitically attacking us. And yet, in the Western world, it gets very little play. It's actually shocking how little play it's getting, which leads me to believe that the silence coming from a lot of Westerners and even Western institutions is a little bit of complicity. Like, it's more so like, listen, we're holding. We would make statements and immediately come out and be like, oh, Israel, I can't believe Israel's being attacked this way. The reason why you see mostly radio silence from a lot of people, I think, is directly because people are just like, well, what did you expect? Like, obviously, this community is a little bit different because we have been watching everything unfold in real time. But it's like crazy how much like normies who want to maintain their professional careers, who immediately would start posting like they're running for office or some shit when moments like this took place. Most of them have been awfully quiet about it. It's actually kind of shocking, because these are the moments where Israel is supposed to pop off. This is like the number one thing that Israel gets to do. The number one thing that Israel gets to do in this situation is be like, look at us, we're victimized again. Look at us, we're victimized again. We're being absolutely destroyed. Like, how dare they do this to us? And I don't think they're getting that support at all. And and American Jews are also very quiet about this situation as well, because like it's literally indefensible. Like, you've been doing a genocide for 20 months, and then you turn around and attack Iran. Of course they're gonna attack back. Like, what is the expectation? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, and so anytime now when you see posters from Israel being like, "Oh, we're under attack," it's literally filled to the brim. The comments are filled to the brim with people making fun of them. Making fun of them by showing their older tweets about how they were celebrating dead Palestinian children, like experiencing a fraction of the pain that the Israeli state has brought about, and how much they've championed it has made it so that people don't want to even defend Israel at all, even when Israel is like literally under attack. Now, this doesn't mean that America won't defend Israel. Of course it will. You know, because it plays a very important role in our grand design in the region. But as someone who looks at public sentiment about around this sort of stuff, it is actually shocking. The media is trying to obviously generate as much consent as they possibly can for Israel and maybe for going to war with Iran, but I don't think the public is eating that propaganda at all. Most people are just like, dude, I don't care. I don't care. Like, what do you expect? What the do you expect? You see what I'm saying? Like, people look at the situation and go, dog, we've been giving billions to Israel so they can do whatever the they want, and whatever the they want has led to dead children daily. Okay? Kyrie Irving watching Nick Fuentes. Oh, I want to save him. I want to save Kyrie Irving so bad. I wish I could talk to him. It's kind of crazy because Kyrie Irving's, Kyrie Irving is a part of the Dallas Mavericks, which is now owned by Miriam Adelson. So him coming out and being like, I'm pro Iran or whatever is like wild. But then I think all of that gets super clouded. All of that gets diluted when he's like also, getting his notes from some really insane right-wing neo-Nazis and This is something that I have actively tried. This is something that I've actively tried to work against, and I still do to this day, which is to just like, I see a lot of this like animosity towards Israel, and I don't want people to fall down like weird rabbit holes and develop anti-Semitic tendencies rather than keeping their focus and priorities on Israel. And this is why I get so mad at dumbass institutions like the ADL who attack people like myself and call me a anti-Semite. And it's ironic because like I'm actively trying to combat and fight against anti-Semitism at a time when there is like a tremendous opportunity for Nazis to just cut as much anti-Semitic propaganda as they possibly can by just going, look around. It's really annoying. Yeah, I see really weird TikTok comments like, we got to apologize to Germany. Yeah, they say we got to apologize to the German guy. That's like another big one. So, I mean, all of that shit is popping the off everywhere. It's real. That is a real thing. You know what I mean? That is like a genuine problem. It's obviously anti-Semitism is still like institutionally protected, and that kind of enmity, at least right now, is not leading to like real violent consequences in the short term, but it can, and it has, and it will most likely lead to genuine problems in the long run, like real consequential, real scary problems in the long run. And it's like entirely because of Israel. It is crazy. Like Nazis utilizing all of the fantastic opportunities that Israel has given them and this unprecedented moment to just build a robust network of influence and clout.